Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Barbara here again from Allbrands, and welcome to the Allbrands show. And we are live, and we're going to be talking to you about software and upgrades with Jerry Granata. And I won't forget to announce the winner at the end of this video. We're going to be doing a giveaway for Simply Applique, which is another amazing software that's available. Brother has amazing products, and I hope that you enjoy this. And Jerry Granata, and I'm wearing my fun something that we're going to show you in this video. It's called catching, so it'll be fun. Oh, hi, Tammy. I am also excited about the Luminaire upgrade. Do you have the Luminaire XP1? And oh, hi, Evelyn. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Karen. Robin. Oh, I wish I could say hello to everyone. Janet. Jenny, hi. I love your kitty. That is so cute. All right. So one of my favorite folks at Brother is Jerry Granata. And here he is.
Hi, everybody. I'm here. This is awesome. I wish we were in person, but I hope you're all safe, happy, and healthy.
Yes. And I hope that you're safe too, because we heard that there's some wildfires in California.
Yeah.
We're really thinking about you at this time.
Well, thank you so much. Thank goodness they're sort of in a remote area, so the forests are kind of getting hurt, but not many gone, so I think we're okay.
Eileen says, thank you for having these videos. Eileen, thank you for joining us. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Dale, from California as well.
Hi, Dale.
And from California to Florida.
I used to live in Florida.
And Washington. Now we
used to live in Washington, too.
I love that. You've just been all over.
It's all well, I was in the military for 21 years. I was a musician, so I traveled all over the world. I lived in many, many states and many countries, so it was a lot of fun. I would do it all again in a heartbeat. Loved it.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. It was an honor.
And thank you for your service to the sewing machine industry as well, because you just so happen to be an amazing quilter. And
thank you. Thank you. It's a real pleasure. I'm really thrilled to be here. There's a lot of new, exciting projects I hope everybody gets excited about. I am, so I hope everybody else is too. I apologize for my paleness. I look rather ghosty, but I think we're all getting used to this technology stuff. So,
yeah.
So I'm going to get a better camera.
Yeah. So I think that we'll all learn a lot about technology today, because we're talking about upgrades.
Yeah.
And new accessories for the Luminaire. So folks that have the XP1 and you have seen all the great features of the XP2, guess what? They're available. You don't have to buy the whole new machine. You can get the XP1 and upgrade it all the way up to an XP2. So we're going to be talking about that today.
That's one of the things I really love about Brother is they don't leave you high and dry, and they don't force you to buy a new machine. There are available for them. So make your XP1 and XP2. There's an upgrade kit for that, and you'll have all the same incredible features of the XP2 in your XP1.
Yeah, and if you have a machine that's like not upgraded, you can contact your local dealer and ask about trade-ins too. Which is a great,
absolutely.
Opportunity as well. So how many upgrades are there for the XP1 to the XP2?
Well, there's technically two kits. So for the XP1, there's one that came out a couple years ago that had, the My Stitch monitor. It gave you the extra hoop, the 10.5-inch hoop, the auto embroidery down feature, new My Design things, wonderful, wonderful things. If you didn't get that, you should, because extra hoop. So that's nice because, embroiderers, we love as many hoops as we can get, and the bigger the better. Really.
Yeah, so this is the hoop that comes with the upgrade one. It's
right.
The square 10 and 5/8 by 10 and 5/8.
Correct.
And it has the quick release on it, which is wonderful.
That's awesome, because the way Brother looked at that is they thought that that's going to be used a lot for quilters, doing quilt blocks. And it's so nice because once you set the size, all you have to do is release the latch, and you never have to adjust the size. Just undo and redo the latch.
Mm-hmm. And also with the Kit 1 upgrade, you get the couching. Correct.
Yeah, that came back. It was not on the XP1, the original, but they brought it back on the upgrade because so many people wanted it. And those of us educators were like the same thing. We're like, where'd it go? Wait a minute, we use that. So you can couch either in sewing mode or in embroidery mode. And if you do it in embroidery, Barbara, you're wearing that lovely scarf that we did at B2B. You can use, I mean, the yarn aisle now becomes like fabric to you. So it's like you start collecting yarn, and all these crazy yarns that now can be used in your embroidery machine to embellish anything you want. Tote bags, scarves like you have, anything you want, you can embroider on, you can couch on.
Yes. There's also, okay, so the XP2 has 2 apps available. And one of the apps you get through upgrade 1. That's the remote monitoring app.
Yeah, it's called My Stitch Monitor, and if you can leave your machine. I know some people love to babysit their machines, and that's okay if you do. But this is for the people who maybe want to go grab a cup of coffee or go check on the baby or the grandkids. Or
it's like a baby monitor.
It is like a baby monitor for your machine. It's exactly what it is. And so it'll tell you exactly where you're at in your embroidery, and it will tell you if you need to change a thread, or maybe if you had a thread break or something, it will tell you that. So you don't have to, sometimes we leave our machines and we have to go run an errand and we still have 20 minutes left. Well, it always seems like as soon as we walk out the door, there's a thread break of some kind. So
some of these designs are like 30-minute stitch outs for one color, depending on the
right. And then if you color sort, those are all going to be stitching out at the same time, all the yellows and all the reds. That could be a long stitch out. So it's nice to have that assurance that if you're somewhere in your house, your monitor is going to tell you that. So you can run back right away and you can take care of the problem and then continue embroidering. So you don't have to wait 50 minutes while you're doing something to come back.
Jerry, what I can do is I can show everybody where that is. I have the XP2, so I'm just going to show them how to access that on the machine after they buy the upgrade 1, if they have the XP1. Is that confusing? Let me know if y'all have questions about that.
I'm confused, and I work with this every day.
So, and you have to walk me through this because I'm so new. Is it this button here?
Yeah, so you're going to go to wireless. And you want, and there it is. And all you're going to do is aim your camera at that, and you're going to take a picture of the QR code right to the monitor. You can also go to your store, or you can go to the iOS, Android store, and it's there as well. So you can download it on your phone.
Oh, that's wonderful. I didn't know how to do the QR code scanning. So you just basically hold your phone up to it and it automatically
you just take a picture of it. Some phones, you have to have an app downloaded to the QR code, but like with mine, I can just hold it up there and it'll read the QR code.
Oh, so that is so great.
Manufacturer. And it's nice that they give you a couple options.
Yeah. So this is the app that comes in the upgrade 2, the My Design.
That's the new one. Yeah.
So we can talk about that a little later.
Sure.
So, where did you go? Here you go. I'm still learning this. I always tell everybody when we do a video, it's harder to figure out how to work these cameras than to work the machines. I'm
telling you, our machines are user-friendly. My computer is not.
Okay, so we're talking about upgrade 1. So you get the couching foot kit. So you can do couching and sewing and embroidery.
Yep. And also in My Custom Stitch. Now, a lot of people will ask the difference between Brother and some other machines. One thing that we have that others don't is something called My Custom Stitch. And that's where, we have a book character and decorative stitches, but maybe there's just something you want that isn't in the machine. And you're like, well, I would love to have the ability to create my own custom stitches. Well, you do. There's an area in the sewing mode called My Custom Stitch, and it's on the character and decorative side. There's a little icon at the top, and it's my custom stitch. What it does is it gives you the ability to, well, maybe we could show that.
Yeah.
Sewing. My assistant here will be more than happy to show you how this works. Now you're going to go up to character and decorative stitch. I'm going to do this myself, actually. Character and decorative, yep, and then to the right of character and decorative is another icon with a pencil and some dots on it. That is my custom stitch. Now here is where you can create your own custom stitches. I mean, I've played with this for an hour. It is so much fun to just set stitches and move them around, and you're going to create something that looks like a hot mess, but then just be patient, because all you have to do is press the word test, and you'll see your stitches on the left-hand side, where you can now change the width, the length, and the tension. So it's awesome. It gives you the ability, say you want, you're working on a Halloween quilt, and you want to use some decorative stitching, sashing, or along a seam line, and you want it to be lightning, but you can't find a stitch that looks like a lightning bolt. Well, you can create one here, and you can customize that, and you can save it in memory. So it's there until you delete it. So all this functionality is there for you, so you can customize. You can save it to a USB. You can save it to your machine. Yep. Sorry, I'm a little too fast there.
No, you're good.
I'm excited. I can help it. This is an area that a lot of people don't know about, and I don't know why, because I use it all the time. I love it. Is
that part of the upgrade one?
No, that's in the machine. That is in a lot of your brother machines.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah. But the difference with the upgrade is now you can enlarge your stitch to 7 millimeters. Before it was 5 millimeters. Now with that that kit 1, now you can enlarge those to 7 millimeters. So just your width. Your width, yeah. Depending on where you're at and what stitch you're working on.
Oh, I have to use the full width.
Yeah, the full width. Your full sewing area is now 7 millimeters.
That's a big zigzag.
You could do it, yeah. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's what you want.
Yeah, and you can even see.
You're going over a really wide ribbon. For some reason, your zigzag in regular sewing mode is not enough. Now, you can make it 7 millimeters in my custom stitch, and you can put a wide ribbon under there and couch over it, stitch over it.
I love that. That's really neat.
Lot of possibilities and just a lot of fun. You're going to create some things that you're going to be like, wow, I made that. That is really cool looking stitch.
That's good to know. So that's upgrade 1. It lets you go to 7 millimeters.
1. Yep. There's also some, if you want to go over to my design center, I can show you the features of kit 1 as well.
I tend to get click happy on brother machines because I just love pressing buttons.
Well, you're not going to break anything. They're so easy to use, and that's how you learn is just by cutting. And they really about what they have done as well. They've tried to whittle it down to the least that you could have. That way, it just keeps it real simple, real fun, and you don't have to sit there and go through all the menus to try to figure out how to work something. So, okay, my design center. So, what's really nice is there's things in here that I think are really important. So if you go ahead and click on stamps or the shapes feature, and let's pull up just a square, just the first thing. And if you go up to the magnifying glass in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see that there is a new 1600%. That's new for kit 1, the upgrade, the first upgrade. If you are looking for absolute accuracy, boy, when you zoom into 1600, everything is very pixelated, but you get placement.
You know what I love too is that you can zoom in and zoom out like a phone.
You can, yeah, absolutely.
1600%.
1600%, and that's with kit 1.
That's great. Okay,
So that's
so there's also some additional designs in Kit 1, right?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, absolutely. There's more designs, more fills. Usually, an upgrade, they give you more designs and fills, and that's true with Kit 2 as well, and with the XP2 with that upgrade. Or if you just flat out buy the XP2, you'll get all those as well. So if you head into the menu and then press the
like home.
Yes, or just stay in My Design Center.
Okay.
There we go. And just go to the open the menu for the fill patterns, which is right there. Mm-hmm. And then touch select. Scroll down. Well, you're going to see all the ones from Kit 2, so we're sort of covering Kit 2. But if you want to tease them by not going past, but all of these ones at the bottom and new. All the new ones will be at the bottom. So if you look, those are new for Kit 1. You do not have those in the XP1 without the upgrade. Those are all brand new, and some of those are awesome. They're really cool. And again, those can all be customized to however you want.
Do you want to show them what's in Kit 2, or should we have them? Wait.
What do you think?
We can show them.
We can show them. All right, go ahead.
So these are the ones that come in Kit 2.
So the 6 at the bottom are all brand new. I love them. There's a basket weave. There's like a star pattern or a tumbling block pattern. A lot more kind of modern-y designs in here. We had a lot of traditional designs. Now they're giving us some more modern things. So if you're, modern quilting is so huge. So if you want to use some of these in your quilting, go for it, because they'll be perfect for the modern quilter.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the XP1 upgrade 1 in the comments right now. And there's one more feature, the Handlook stitches, right?
Yes. Yeah, the Handlook stitches, that's new. That's in sewing. Categories, and you're going to scroll over to the far category, and it should be under S, the S category, and the far 3 stitches on the right, from right to left. They have an H for hand stitching, and what Brother has done is, the way hand stitching was done in the past, it would pull the bobbin thread up from the bottom, and this way they flipped it upside down. So the top thread gets pulled under to the bottom. So it looks more authentic than
Maybe I can try it.
increments. And you want to go kind of slow.
Okay.
And usually the thing is, you're going to need some stitch monofilament thread in the top.
Okay. I don't have that, so we'll just have
Yeah, that's okay. Trust us, it works really well.
Yeah, it's kind of like there was one that looked kind of like Shashiko a little bit.
Yeah, and what's nice is you get a small, a medium, and a large size. So you get 3 different sizes. So if you want a Sashiko look, you can go to the large size, and that will give you that look.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's really amazing.
So that's Kit 1 that came out last year. Let's talk about Kit 2.
Okay, there's a lot in there. So I'll start from the top, and I'll work my way down.
All right, cool.
We talked about those 6 decorative fill patterns that are in My Design Center. So we talked about that. There's the 6 that you showed. There's also 50 more embroidery motifs. There are 5. Yep, I'll wait. Over there. So you get 50 more. There's actually new categories. And you could just scroll through those. Beautiful.
I love that you can zoom in and zoom out to make
exactly. Yeah.
Bigger.
And also, if you want to see more of your screen, if you go up to that little down arrow just above the lens, that will decrease, so you go right back to your screen. So you can toggle back and forth between your working screen and your designs.
Oh, thank you, Brother. Oh, brother, in a good way.
I give it to you. So I have a sample very quick. If you want to go up to the lemons up there, if you want to touch, oh,
Isn't that cute?
That's cute. That looks like one of the character and decorative stitches.
It's like a quilting pattern. What did you want me to do?
If you would go back to embroidery and then scroll over to the lemon category, 15, and just pull up one of the two lemons in the very top there, the top left.
When life gives you lemons.
When life gives you lemons. And as it just so happens, I have a sample.
Oh.
I can't really, there we go. So I have a sample that utilizes the border lemons and the actual pattern itself. Now I'm going to try and zoom in here, and I'm going to show you, these are some of the new, I hope my camera focus is good enough, but these are some of
that's an embroidery design because it looks like fabric to me.
That's
so pretty.
And what I did is I double layered the batting. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see if I put it up to the side. I kind of gave a three-dimensionality to the lemons. I put a double batting in there and then free motion quilted around the lemons. And what that does is it makes them poof out. So they look like they're actually raised up.
Marcia says that's beautiful, and I agree. And
Thank
so
you.
Renee, you are so talented.
When I come back to Allbrands, you could see it in person.
Oh, if y'all have ever seen Jerry's quilts, I loved how you use like the rhinestones and the embroidery and the quilting. Yeah. It's amazing.
Well, I'm sort of called the king of bling because I put a lot of crystals on my quilts, but I wait and let the project kind of speak to me. Not all of my projects have crystals on them. And I've got another sample I'll show you too when we start talking about the hexagon sashing. Little teaser there. When we talk about the new hexagon sashing, I'll show you that this project does not have crystals on it, and it doesn't really need it. So.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Everyone loves that.
Awesome.
You're so
They're in your machine. Everything that's in that sample is in your machine. You just have to pull it out.
Okay. So I love that. You know, I love this design, but now I'm definitely going to do this one. So, okay. Oh, you know, in Upgrade 2, I have this little thing here. Should we go ahead and tell them about that?
Do it. Touch it.
Should I do it? Should I do it?
Do it. Press it.
Marcia and Brenda both said that your quilt is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And Lisa.
Ooh, now you can go up to 400% in there.
Yes.
So you get
I'll show you what 200% looks like.
Yep, there's 200. Look at the stitching. Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
And it does. It stitches beautifully. It looks fantastic.
But what if I wanted to like scan my background real quick and then see it? I hope this fits in the 10.5 square foot that I have prepared.
Yeah, it should. It should.
So this isn't part of the upgrade, but this is just such a cool feature. The background scan.
Yeah.
It's actually scanning the frame for placement. So the enhancement of the zoom is going to make it even easier to place things.
Correct.
And you know, I shouldn't have done white fabric, but
now the lemons are part of Upgrade 2.
Yes.
That's a brand new category.
The one has the scanning feature.
Correct.
So let's say like it's now showing my background on the screen. So now I'll be able to zoom in 400%.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought.
I mean, you can actually see the stitching there. That's how accurate this is. What's great about this is if you are looking, I mean, when we do, let's face it, folks, when we work on projects, we don't want to get finished with it and go, oh, it's okay. Especially when you've taken all that time. You want it to look fantastic, right? So all of these tools give you all of that ability. So if you want absolutely perfect placement, boy, you can't go wrong using that camera and the projector and all of these tools. There's absolutely no excuses. Jerry has no excuse for inaccuracy.
I love that. And then for those of y'all who aren't familiar with the Luminaire, you can go and project your design on your fabric. Should we go ahead and just show them that real quick?
Do it. Do it.
It's not part of the upgrade, but it's just part of the Luminaire, which is amazing. So
isn't that cool? It like projects that right onto your project. So again, accurate placement, accurate.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so quick. What did you do to turn the projector on, Barbara? You push one button, right?
Yeah. So sorry if we get seasick. Let me I'm gonna put you like here's your
Dramamine. So I mean, Barbara pushed one button and she turned the projector on. Really? I mean,
oh, and you can change the background color now.
You can change the background color. Yeah.
Okay. It's just this one little cone.
That's it. That's it. It automatically touches. It automatically turns on your projection.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you want to, we can talk about since we're in projector. There's some changes on the sewing side for the projector as well. So do that now, or if you want to wait, it doesn't matter. Either way, excited about it. So.
Well, how about that?
So we'll just leave your hoop in there. That'll be fine. So I'm just going to go to sewing, although it may ask you to take your hoop out, but we're going to go to sewing.
Oh, I hope I can take it out without moving the camera. See what I mean? Like, technology is even harder to use than these.
We learn as we go. We're just learning as we go.
Okay. I hope the brother engineers aren't watching and laughing.
I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Here's a little trick. You don't have to take your hoop all the way out to go into sewing. You just have to push the hoop over toward the foot. Because there's a little bit of a space in between the foot and the arm is. So you technically don't have to take it all the way off. Or out.
Let's do that. How about that? Okay, so we're going to do, let me pick a really pretty decorative stitch.
Yeah. So Barbara's going to go in and she's going to choose a really pretty decorative stitch. And then she's, again, just look for that cone. That's all it is. She's going to touch the cone.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! You have your stylus there, Barbara?
Yes. So let me get in a little bit closer.
So for those of you who don't know, this projector works in conjunction with the stylus. Light that shines on the with the camera and the projector. So there you go. ET, phone home.
Yeah.
So some of the new things now, you'll notice that there's some new icons. Those of you who have the XP1 will note and have used the projector, you'll see everything at the bottom looks very familiar. That's the same thing. However, over on the left, we have some new icons. You can now change the background color right there, right from your project. So right now, leave it on white.
So it's hard to see a little bit because it's so bright, but how about that?
But see, look at that. You couldn't see her stitch before, but now you can. And you can make that right on your project, right on the fly, right there. You don't have to go over to the screen. You could do it right on your project. Also, if you want to turn the projector off, you don't have to go to the screen. There's a brand new little X in the upper left-hand corner that all she has to do is touch that, and it will turn the projector off.
Yeah, so there's actually 3 brightness levels here.
There are, yeah. Light, medium, and dark.
So this one's like a little too bright for that color material.
Yeah.
Lighting in here, so that makes it.
So depending on your color, if you're using white or gray or black, you want to adjust the background color. And how nice now, and you see she touched the X there, that turned her projector off. And you could do that right from the projector. So you don't have to go over to the screen anymore. You could really, literally do everything right from your project.
That is really cool. Oh my gosh.
I know. They've upped the game. They keep upping the game. You know, us educators will get together and I'm like, I don't know what more they can do. And then they'll come out with something and we're just like, that's incredible.
Yeah. Thank you, Barbara. You are so kind. And it's so good to see familiar faces and to meet new people and doing these lives and learning new things. It's just wonderful.
I remember some of those names. I remember them.
Yeah, Jenny knows you can audition your stitches.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? You don't have to I mean, how many times have we, as sewers, we've wasted thread and fabric, and because we want to test our stitches before to make sure it looks right, and you may think it looks right, stitching, and you're like, ugh, this doesn't look good at all, and then you got to spend all that time ripping it out.
Yeah.
Wonderful that you can project the stitch right on your project, and you know right then and there, and you can go left and right in those stitches to audition other stitches. So you can choose, more than just one.
Yeah, I love that. But
Yeah.
the kit 2 offers the lighting and the exit option.
It does. Yeah, that's kit 2 with the background colors and then turning it off from your project.
I'm blowing kisses to people. Don't mind me.
I thought
Oh,
it was
gosh.
me. I was like, well, thank you.
Oh, you're just that good, Jerry.
Yeah.
So the kit 1 actually comes with physical stuff in the box with it. It comes with the 10 5/8 square hoop and the the couching foot, and then the couching attachment for the move it foot.
Right.
I mean, we can demonstrate that if y'all would like to see. Just let me know.
Yeah.
That's this feature, which we talked about a little bit. What do you think?
It's up to you.
Let's do it.
Do it. Let's do it.
Do it. Okay, let me move my camera around real quick, and I will show you the couching feature. See, they're going to see a little behind the scenes how it's done here. Okay.
Well, again, once you've done it, it is completely addictive. You start going through the yarn aisle.
Yeah.
Cool yarns. You're like, hey, this would look really good. And what's nice is you don't have to just do it on a flat piece of fabric. If you want to couch on a pair of jeans or a jean jacket or any kind of jacket or shirt or pre-made item, you can couch right on that as well. Anything in your wardrobe that you may want to update or dress up a little, go get some metallic yarns and couch a really cool design on it, and you've just upgraded because upcycling is so big now. You can upcycle what you have in your own closet.
So this is the thread stand that's available. It's like the detachable thread stand for the Luminaires, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because it allows you to thread from the top, but it also allows you to put like yarn on the top of your machine. And then there's 2 attachments that fit on the side here. This one is for which one, Jerry?
That's the sewing side. So if you're going to use the couching feature in sewing, you use that one.
So you get this foot for the move it and this for sewing. This one.
Yeah, and what's nice about that is there's a tiny little hole. There's a little hole in that couching foot for the move it foot that you just slip the yarn right into, and it literally just feeds right into. There's that little hole in the acrylic. You just feed your yarn in there, and it really just is beautiful. And you can do curves, and it's awesome.
Angela, I found that that tool that you said that you always lose. That's tiny, but you can use.
Oh, the little threader. You can also use, if you lose that tool, you can use a dental floss tool. They have those little ones they're on a like dental floss on a stick. You can use that as well.
So it basically just, and I wonder if this guy will fit in there. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, see it floats right in there. And then there's a little channel, and it just guides right along that channel underneath, and it's beautiful. It works flawlessly.
So it stitches on top of that. But that's for the sewing. We're going to show the embroidery ones, and then I'm going to pan out and show them the couching designs that they get for that. So you take your yarn, you feed it from the top, and you go down through here.
Uh-huh.
And let me know if I'm doing
it. Renee said I'm so talented. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate that.
Renee is so kind.
You have awesome customers, I must say.
I agree.
Your customers are awesome.
The whole sewing community is amazing.
True.
So smitten every day for having a dream job playing with sewing machines all day long. So there's like a little pigtail here. This is the embroidery foot for couching that comes in upgrade 1. And then you just, right?
Yeah, and then you attach the foot to your, just like.
I did it upside down. I was looking at the camera. Let's see. Here we go.
And you could put it in the pigtail after you attach it too. So it's
okay. So y'all saw how I threaded it in on the last one.
Again, it's really, really simple. You just go through the hooks in the top and the bottom, and then you feed it into the foot.
Yeah. So then you tighten that screw with just thread your little thing. And then feed that through the foot. So let us know how many of you guys already have the XP1 with the #1 upgrade kit, because this kit came out last year. Oops, I'm pulling the wrong one. There we go. So
I would think this would amaze some people that she is threading yarn through her machine. That's
awesome.
You can do that. Now the key to this is you do want to have some slack to your yarn. So what's really great about having, with the XP1, the lid now folds. So just to the left of the yarn on top, there's a little area in your lid that yarn in, and just leave it there, and that's all the slack that you need. Just keep making sure you have some slack in your yarn, puddle it into that left hand lid area, and you're good to go.
Oh, Jerry, guess what I did? I lost my bobbin plate cover.
Oh no.
Oopsies. That's kind of important. I bet you I slid it off and it's behind my machine. How many of y'all have had that happen to you?
Barbara.
This is the sewing foot that comes with the XP1 and XP2 for walking. It's like a walking foot, but with rollers.
Yeah.
And then you just attach the couching foot.
I call it the walking foot on steroids, because for those of you who are not familiar with what she's holding, this is called the Move It foot, and this it is a walking foot, but it's belt driven. And what's nice about that is traditional walking feet, they work in conjunction with your feed dogs. And what happens is the top portion of the walking foot comes up, and then it bites down into your fabric, pulls. It lifts up, bites down, pulls over and over again. What's nice about the Move It foot is there is constant pressure on it. So nothing lifts up from stitch to stitch. And the reason why it's large is because there is a motor in there. You can go into your settings and you can adjust how fast or slow that foot works. We've all had that issue where you get to the end of a long jelly roll strip or the end of a long line of fabric, and inevitably it just does not match up from top to bottom. The top to the bottom, it's something or longer than the other, and that's very frustrating, especially if you're looking at seam allowance, because now the shorter fabric is now shorter than your seam allowance, and it's so frustrating. So what you can do is you can adjust the speed of that foot so that when you come to the end of your project or the end of your fabric, everything lines up perfectly.
Yeah. So it plugs into your machine so that it will read the length and speed, so that the belt will drive at the same rate as the feed dogs, which before it would just have to rely on your needle bar going up and down. So
right. Yeah, the plug is what gives power to the foot. So it's using the power of your machine to power the foot.
Yeah. So let's see.
It's amazing. If you've never used it, oh yeah, it'll change your life. Especially when you're quilting and you're putting bindings on. It's so easy for things to line, and with all that thickness, it can be hard to sew through. But that Move It foot really makes a difference.
Yeah. So let me put some embroidery thread in the top. Would you do it with sewing thread or embroidery thread? Either.
You can use either, depending on if you have. If like for me, when I'm using a shiny metallic yarn, I'll use a shiny polyester. But if I'm using like a cotton yarn, then I'll use a cotton thread just to kind of match it. But you don't have to. You can do whatever you like. It'll accept anything.
All right. There's no going back now. So let's go to how do I start? Let's see. layout.
And you do want to go in and kind of slow things down a little bit too, to make sure that your yarn gets caught.
Oh, got it. Okay. How do I do that? I go to settings?
Yep, go into settings, and it should come right up in the embroidery side because you're in embroidery. Let me switch off my machine here.
Oh,
and it should be max embroidery speed is just under the frame display.
it's at 350 right now, but I have the option
Perfect.
up to 1050. That's
Yeah.
hey, that's pretty fast.
It is. When you want to get something done, you can get it done quickly.
It looks like it like automatically set it, or maybe it was just. Oh, because I have the couching embroidery design
Right.
in the machine, it automatically slowed it down.
I was just going to say, once you touch the design, it'll automatically adjust your speed for you. So you don't. Again, they're trying to make it so simple and fun for you. It does the thinking for you.
Let's see. Oh, I forgot to press this little button down. I was like, why isn't my button green?
I still do that all the
My brother
time.
will tell
What's going
me
on?
when I do something wrong. It's so nice.
It tells you.
I know. Okay, so I'm
It
just
tells
gonna
you. It says
start
you
it.
have to lock your thing, and I'm going. Oh, I still do that.
So,
And so
do
quickly.
I hold these when I start, Jerry?
You can. There's a couple of ways to stop and start. Sometimes I just like to just start, and then I can bury the yarn in the thread later.
Got it. Okay, let's see. I have a really thick thread yarn, so it's getting started.
And it will do some locking stitches. So if you wanted, you could cut your right now if you wanted, and just get them out of the way. Isn't that cool?
Gosh. So that's, let me just move my camera and then I can show you basically what it did.
Hi.
So let me just go back up and hold on. I'm sorry. I got to get my scissors out. Oh, let's see here. Just a second, Jerry. Let me get my scissors.
Marcia Frost is saying that she's in California and Allbrands isn't her local dealer. But if her dealer doesn't have something and you do you guys ship?
Not the upgrade kits are dealer only.
Okay.
So you can see just basically how it's.
Isn't that cool?
Touching on.
She's just showing you a little sample.
Huh?
Would you move, if you can, I'm sorry, could you move your camera over to the design that you were working on?
Yes.
So they can see what it was that you were trying to do. Maybe, I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Barbara, could you possibly stand on your head and...
Okay.
And stand on, yeah. There it is. Isn't that cool?
I love that. That is so cool.
Can you show some of the other designs in that area?
Yeah, let me just go home. And
You are home.
Embroidery and couching. Oh my gosh. So have you done much couching, Jerry?
Oh yeah. That's one of those things. Once you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, I can see so much possibility on quilts, and it washes beautifully, so you don't have to worry about anything coming apart. It stitches beautifully. It washes beautifully. Again, clothing, jackets, tote bags. You can jazz up anything you want. If you scroll down to the bottom, to the very last design, it should be a medieval-looking design.
Evil?
No, medieval.
Oh, medieval.
So when you get to the very last one, can you read the number that's above it in the upper left-hand corner?
40?
40. You get 40 designs in couching.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you want modern or traditional, or there's like a little cake, like a little birthday cake in there. There's butterflies, there's leaves, there's roses. I mean, there's just anything you could possibly want there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I didn't. I was busy getting ready to show the big feature of the kit 2, which is not the snowman, but can we guess in the comments? I think that we should give away something to the first person that guesses what the new, what we're talking about. It's not a snowman sticker. What is it called?
It's not a snowman. It is something.
Let's see. Let's see who the first person to comment. Oh, Marcia asks, are there designs that you can embroider then couch over the embroidery?
That's
maybe.
See, she's getting creative now. She's.
No.
You can, absolutely you can. If you wanted to do, I would keep it more, so it doesn't get too busy and complicated. Your initial embroidery design, I would keep fairly open, so nothing real dense or heavy. Keep it kind of open, and then maybe do an open couch over that. Just a little tip. I've tried couching over dense embroideries, and it works, but then you kind of lose some of your design underneath. I would keep things fairly simple, but yeah, absolutely. You can totally couch over something embroidered. I like.
Look at this. Congratulations, Carolyn Hargrave Booth. She
got it.
See? She got the new software.
She works for Brother. Wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, does she?
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Carolyn. I'm giving you a hard time.
So, oh my gosh, we got some close seconds. Snowflake? No. Snowball.
Yeah.
So, Carolyn, for guessing, direct message me your address, email address, phone number, and I'll have this shipped to you. This is for doing Brother has awesome software, awesome upgrades.
And that's a cool program for doing Applique.
Okay, so let's show that. I have my sewing feature pulled up. Let me know. Can you see this well? Or should I get closer?
What is it you want to show? I would say probably closer.
The snowball.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
You're okay.
Hold on just a second. Let's see. First, I got to figure out how to take Barbara off the screen. Okay. And get Barbara's machine on the screen. Okay, so we're going to.
I feel pressured now. I mean, there we go.
Okay, so we're going to go to sewing. Okay. And I think this is so cool, Jerry.
Well, what's nice is you can use it either in utility or character and decorative stitch. You can use it on any sewing stitch.
Whew, I got to take this my shawl off because I'm getting hot. So this is the snowman sticker that you use for embroidery, for positioning, and it automatically rotates your design to be oriented the way that you want it to be. So you can hoop crooked and it'll still show embroider it out straight.
Correct.
Well, that's for embroidery. This is for sewing. These are, let's see, I've already put them to use. Snowball stickers, right?
Pretty cool.
I love it. So basically, is it on any stitch, Jerry, that you can?
Yeah, you can do it on any stitch you want to. If you want to do a straight stitch just to start with, it doesn't matter.
I guess that's what you would use it mostly on. Let's just demonstrate it first with the decorative stitch so everyone can see.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then I will choose. So you choose your stitch.
And you adjust it however you want it.
Adjust it, and then you can program if you want to go automatic back stitch.
Yep. And again, you can turn on your projector and audition it to see if you want. If you don't, you can make changes.
I feel like we're jumping around, but this is stuff that
That's okay.
we use.
Yeah, that's all right.
So that's this feature that we just did. So I can see what the stitch is going to look like on my fabric before I sew it out. And then if I go back to the machine, you also have the ability, and this is in the Luminaire 1 or 2, you have these stitch guidelines. They're amazing. You can have a whole grid. You can have a 1/4 inch line. I didn't know that I was going to use this as much as I do.
If I can interject real quick, if you can go back to the screen, this is something that was also available in Upgrade 1. Now you see the guideline on the screen. So you didn't have that ability before, but with Kit 1, Upgrade 1, you now see your guideline on the screen.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you see, again, you can line everything up perfectly.
Oh, Marlene has a good suggestion for using the Snowball sticker. But we'll get to that in a minute. 1/4 inch on binding quarters. So we're talking about the guidelines now.
Yep.
If you wanted to also do a whole grid, that is really cool.
The grid lines are amazing.
So that is that there.
And you can go up to 30 millimeters on that. So you could make those huge if you wanted to. If you wanted to make the grid all the way up to 30 millimeters, you can.
Yeah, so I'm just making it bigger on the screen.
Yeah, you can see it growing.
It on the fabric.
How cool is that?
I absolutely love technology. Okay, so we're going to go back to the screen, Jerry, and then we're going to get back on track because it's easy to
It's like brother machines are like Pinterest. You get lost. You just I want to do this and I want to do that. Next thing you know, 2 hours have passed and you're just creative fun.
Yeah. So I'm going to just turn the guidelines off for now. And I call it rabbit holes because I go down rabbit holes.
Yeah, rabbit holes. Yeah, yeah.
So on any stitch you have, you can choose the edit feature. So there's a number of options available in here, but the last one is the
very bottom.
Okay. And then can y'all see?
And it automatically defaults to the on position. You can turn it off if you want when you're finished with it, but it automatically goes on. And then at the bottom, you have two options. You can just have the pattern end where it ends, or you can have it finish the complete pattern. Now, when you're doing a straight stitch, it won't really matter. It'll just stop. But when you're doing character and decorative stitching, it can be very frustrating to get to the end and you realize you're going to chop off half of your pattern and you want a full pattern. Well, now it will automatically adjust. This endpoint feature will automatically adjust, so it will stop and make a full pattern. It will automatically microcompute all the stitches for you and create a full pattern, so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay, so I zoomed in on the machine. Let's see. Does the machine adjust the stitch length to fit?
It will. Yeah, it will. So depending on how you program it. So if you want it, you just touch those two icons. It's either going to be a full pattern or stop where the sticker is. It's totally up to you. Now, one thing that I want to point out is if you notice, there's now a blue line across the top, and if you notice that the blue line also showed up where the snowball is. Now, this works in conjunction with the camera and the projector. So it's projecting those lines, and the camera, you can put the snowball 6 feet down if you want. But once that snowball comes in line with the projector, did you see it pop on? It automatically recognizes it, and it will stop exactly where that snowball is.
This is so cool. And I wish you could see it, but if you kind of get underneath your sewing machine table, which I've done, Jerry, and look up.
I have to. How's that work? I'm going to see where that's coming from.
All right. So should we demonstrate this?
Yeah. And all she has to do now is just lower the presser foot and start.
So my first thought was to put it in the exact spot that I wanted it to stop at, but then I ended up stitching over the
Yeah.
so just offset it to the left a little bit.
You want to be, I was just going to mention that, you don't want to be farther than 1.5 inches. You don't want to go farther out than that because remember your field of vision is 2x3, so you want to keep the snowball in where the projector is going to see it. So all you have to do is just to the left of your stitching or to the right, either way. And then you also don't want to place your finger on it when you're stitching. That's just because then the projector won't know where it is. You can't see it because your finger's on it.
Okay. So I'll just like start stitching.
Yeah.
And I'm all the way slowed down. You just go, this is full speed.
When she gets close.
What I did, Jerry?
What's that?
I turned on the setting, the option setting for it to stop before removing it.
Yeah.
But you can not have it stop to remove. Like it gives you
Correct.
the option to remove it now.
You can remove it now or you can just keep going. Yeah. And the blue line is there. So that's telling you that the projector has recognized the snowball.
It stopped exactly on the line.
Exactly on the line. Now, one thing to notice too is for those of you who are watching, her machine slowed down just before it got to, about 1 inch or so before it got to the snowball sticker. That's exactly what's supposed to happen because the projector is then the machine is adjusting all that stitching to give her a full pattern. You see how that stitching stopped right on that hash line, that thick hash line?
So what would you use this for?
Oh gosh, you can use it for if you are going to add something to a quilt, if you want to add some decorative stitching to a quilt and you need it to, and you're working say within a border or a sashing area and you need it to stop right on the money, you don't want it to go past your seam, that's a great place to do it. If you only want a certain length, if you're working on a garment that's pre-made and you want to add some decorative stitching to your garment, but you only want it in a certain length, you can stop. It will stop right at the snowball.
Hey, Karen, I'm going to check on that. And if that's the case, I will send that to you. Okay, so don't worry. That was my fault if that's the case. So I'll go back and double check. And if so, just let me know. Okay, sorry. Okay, so that's so cool. So with the Premium Pack Upgrade 2, you get the Snowball Endpoint stickers, and then you also get the there's more designs too, right?
Yeah. You have 50 more embroidery designs. A lot of the features are upgrades to like My Design Center, giving you more embroidery options, and then the endpoint sewing. So we've really dug into the machine and said, how do and a lot of this, to be honest, folks, it comes from you guys. Brother does listen to their customers and their consumers. And when they say, we want this, Brother works hard to give that to you. So that's a good point, is that if you have anything you want to change, or if you have any ideas for machines, or maybe you want a certain feature, let them know, because they do listen.
Yeah. So this is, I'll show you the designs that come in the upgrade 2. It's number 14.
Mm-hmm.
And that is...
Yeah, it's 14 and 15, I believe.
Well, 15 comes in 1, right?
50. The lemons do not come in 1. That was in upgrade 2.
Oh, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, those are all part of the second upgrade 2.
This is gorgeous.
There's some I'm sitting here too, and I'm scrolling through mine going, oh, there's some beautiful things here.
So Jerry has the Luminaire 1 that's upgraded to 2.
I do, yeah, I have the Luminaire 1 that's upgraded.
Yeah. And I'm demonstrating from the Luminaire 2 that has everything built into it already. Oh my goodness. So
while we're in embroidery, Barbara, do you want to talk about the new sashing feature?
Yes.
Let's do that. To me, this is just as big as the endpoint sewing, to be quite honest. There is a feature, if you go to the Q category, And if you look at the top, folks, she has 3 choices now, 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is what you're used to. If you have the XP1, these are the automatic sashing and bordering functions. So you can automatically tell the machine how big you want something, and it'll automatically do it. Now, category 2 is brand new. These are 2 color sashings. These stitch out in 2 colors. So it will go around in 1 color, and it'll come back, and you'll stitch it out in a 2nd color. So it does.
You don't happen to have any samples of that, do you?
I just happen to have one right here.
I love it.
So here is, now here again, remember I'm bling, but this did not need any bling because my inner fabric is, so it's already got bling on it. It's already pretty shiny. Now let me see if I can really close here. These, I don't know if you can see it because my fabric's kind of busy. I probably should have.
I can see it.
These are 2 colors. This is 2 color sashing, and it automatically computes that for you. And if you look at the 2nd category on Barbara's, or the 3rd category on Barbara's machine, you have the choice for hexagons. And
that's new.
Yeah, it's brand new. So now we can do sashing with hexagons.
That's awesome.
Sample.
Oh, let's see. Let me put you on the screen.
Sample. If you look at the border here, it's hard to hold and point. Right around here, around there, that hexagon, that is a border function. And then the center is filled with one of the new fills, as are all of the fills here. These are all right there. These are all new.
Oh, I love the bubbles.
Yep.
Oh, we still need to talk about the. Did we go through manipulation?
No, we did not, but we can get to that. So once we.
Well, let's show them how this works though before we move on to that.
Okay.
So walk me through one. Should we do a hexagon or a 2?
So let's start with the XP1. The XP1, when you were doing any kind of sashing, it broke it into 4 parts, and that worked really well. That was really nice if you're looking to nice basic sashing and you just had a square, and you could only go to, I believe it was 36 inches. When the upgrade 1 came along, kit 1 came along, now you could do 108 inches square. So I mean that's bigger than king size. They upped the game there. But with that, they broke it up into multiples. So instead of just 4 quadrants, now it broke it up into, like, depending on the size, like 12 pieces, so that you had even more accuracy. Now in the sashing, the hexagon is the same. So it'll break it up into multiple sections so that you can really fine-tune and adjust your sashing. And folks, it tells you exactly what to do from start to finish. It'll say, hoop your fabric this way. Now use the arrow function to move your design. I mean, it tells you, it literally guides you through exactly what you need to do. So you're not going, okay, what do I?
Jerry, you got to tell me when to move my camera. I was trying to show the whole thing. Oh, we do have a question though. Tammy was asking how you do your triangle. So let me. So that was done in my design center. All I did is I chose a triangle pattern and adjusted it so that it fit within my triangle, and then put a fill pattern in and stitched it out. It was really that simple. Great. So this is what you were explaining with the 4 quadrants, and then this is the one.
Yeah, the left one is what you had when the XP1 came out. So that's what the Luminaire originally had. The Kit 1 came out, it added was on the right, so it split it up even more, so you get more accuracy. And then Upgrade 2 gives you in hexagon shapes. So really giving you a bunch of stuff there. So so
basically, I would just choose a design that I like, click set, and then it'll give you the parameters.
Here's what I was explaining, where it guides you through it. I mean, if you look at number 1, it's telling you, okay, tell me how big of a hexagon you want. So you're going to measure from the inside corner of 1 to the inside corner down below. Any one that you want, and whatever that number is, you're just going to use numeric key, punch it in, and press set. Now it's asking for how wide do you want the actual pattern. And it will go from, it'll go from 1.18 inches to 3 almost 4 inches big. So that's the size of the. So whatever you like, punch it in there, and now you'll hit. Also, if you look in the left hand, this is new. Yeah, you can adjust your frame from here now. You can tell it the frame that you want, and it will tell you, no, I'm sorry, you can't put it in that. It'll warn you that it might be too big for your hoop.
Yeah. So this is where, Jerry, do you have that magnetic sash frame?
As a matter of fact, I just happen to have, this is one of the new accessories. Da, 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 da.
Oh my goodness.
This is the new magnetic sash hoop. And it's a little different from ones you may know. It is still magnetic and it's strong. It will not, your quilt will not move in this hoop. Trust me. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 magnets so that you can get perfect placement. And you can adjust it. Now, one feature that's beautiful about this is once you hoop it, all you have to do is leave 2 magnets on, slide this whole thing right over without removing any of the magnets. So, without removing the hoop, I should say. So all you have to do is take off your magnets when you're ready to rehoop. You don't have to pull it out of this hoop. You just slide it right on over. And these magnets here, like say you're going to work from this side, they will slide along with your project and end up right here. Then all you have to do is replace the magnets here, here, and on your side, and you're ready to start stitching again.
Jerry, I feel like whenever it's like the Brady Bunch.
I feel like Lava Room. And I see Sally, and I see Barbara.
And this is the big hoop that comes with the Luminaire. You don't have to have an upgrade to get this.
Right.
10 5/8 by 16.
Right.
Wow.
The hula hoop.
Hula
So, if you have an XP1, make sure that you get this hoop. You are going to want this hoop.
Yes, so that's an optional purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you don't have to use it just for sashing. You can use it for any magnetic function.
No, I've used it for when I'm quilting, when I'm doing edge-to-edge quilting with my embroidery machine. It's so nice because I don't have to unhoop everything. All I have to do is slide it to the next area, put the magnets back on, and I'm ready to go again. I mean, it's so fast and easy. So they've thought about it. They've really thought about it and said, how are people going to use this? And then that's what they put out. And it's wonderful. I've used it many times. I love
it. Cool. Okay, so let's go back to this. So then you would just select, if you're choosing your sashing frame, that's 7 inches by 14 inches.
Right. So if you notice, the word next is grayed out. That means it will not let you progress because something has happened. You've put in a parameter that it's not going to accept, or your hoop, it's not going to work on your hoop. So letting you know right here that maybe that number has to change into the parameters that you set. Now see, now notice it says now engaged, so you're ready to go.
That's good
to know. For
for
you. It thinks for you, so you don't have to make any mistakes.
Brother does all the math to let you know, like he has can't fit this in that hoop, and
it does. Now if you press next, you can see it is now split it up. It is automatically computed that you are going to have that many pieces. I can't read from there. Or 42 pieces. Okay. So it's huge. Wow. You've given it a huge size. So it tells you how many pieces there are going to be in total, and it also gives you all the computations that you've just told it.
I love that.
I know, it's amazing. Again, you don't have to think. You don't have to go, oh gosh, how many inches was that? And get out your rulers, and it automatically.
This is new, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Let me.
That's triple stitch.
That's the triple stitch. Yeah, quilters were. Again, you folks had brought it to Brother, and they listened. So quilters were saying before that that the triple stitch was a little too thick on their quilts. They didn't want to see all that thread. So Brother said, okay, we're going to give you the triple stitch. Now going to allow you to single stitch. So if you want a lighter thread look. So you can stitch it either so that the thread, it looks thicker with the triple stitch, or much thinner and it kind of hides with the single stitch. So that's awesome.
Marcia says, I'm thinking Angela's lace collection. That is
Yeah, I love
Angela's
Angela's collection.
Sash frame. Here's another rabbit hole. Do y'all mind if we just like play and
Do it,
put
do
this
it.
little color button?
Do it.
Do it? Okay.
Do it. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them what you're doing.
Okay, so now with the upgrade 2, you have more options for thread brands. And that's not just with sashing, that's with every embroidery.
Yeah, that's every embroidery.
So Rob was
The color
saying,
palette is bigger, and also the manufacturers. So if you have all Floriani or you have all Brother, which I hope you have Brother. You have all Brother, you can program it for that. There's Peso right there. And so it will match with all of the thread that you already have.
there's Floriani.
There's Floriani. So if you have a lot of Floriani, you could pick the exact color. And you'll see it on your project. It will compute to that. So that's exactly what you'll see.
So if I want it to be pink, I would just select pink. And or you could go by number. So if you literally have
number
in front of
sure,
you,
sure. Yeah.
And now it's pink.
And now it's pink. And so what you'll do is you'll save it to memory. And there it is. It's the first thing. And now you can choose either all the parts of it, or you can choose the whole thing. If you just wanted to start from the beginning and finish, that's the one you'll push right there, the whole complete hexagon.
Yeah. This has a little square next to it, but this is like the different elements.
Right. Those are all the pieces. So maybe you want to use those pieces in your sashing. Your straight sashing, you could do that as well.
That's amazing. And I love, I wish I could just stitch it out and show you all of the steps, but see how it walks you through the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, is it tells you exactly how to hoop this now.
And then it'll project onto your fabric.
Yep. You can turn the projector on and you see or you could turn the projector on too. You could scan it and use the projector. Yes.
So it'll line it up perfectly.
Absolutely.
So besides quilts, what have you seen sashing been used on?
Well, you could use it decoratively. Again, you could use it on garments. You can do sashing on a garment, absolutely, or on jeans, or on a jacket of some kind, the back of a jacket. You could do a couching design and then do a hexagon or a square around that design using the sashing feature. It's really endless, just completely. Look at that. Isn't that incredible?
That's amazing.
So you can see exactly where that's going to go, and you can make any changes right here without wasting any thread or fabric.
So Jerry, isn't there a new crosshair feature for embroidery? No? Or has that always been there?
Which crosshair? That's what you say.
Go to let me see. Maybe I'm making things up. It's good that we can play around like this. I love this. So let's just say if I have a design and I'm projecting it, I go to embroidery and then projection. I'll have to think where I saw that. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Oh,
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's the crosshair projects onto the screen. I'm gonna have to play with that because I saw that in someone else's video.
Oh, the little dot, the little crosshair. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes, it'll project the crosshair, which is nice because, again, accuracy. That's what you want.
Yeah. So let's talk. Are we missing anything from Upgrade 2 that we didn't talk about?
I'm looking at my list here. Background color adjust. We went over that. You were going to go just for those people who use buttonholes. There's a change with the buttonholing.
Oh yeah, you can size down your buttons.
Do it extra small if you want. So if you're using really tiny buttons or even like doll clothing, you can do an extra small buttonhole. So they really sized it down. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to share the 2 videos of the upgrade kits just to recap what we've been going through. And then we'll talk about the brand new accessories for the XP2 and XP1. So here is the software. Let's see. Premium Pack 1. This is the one that came out last year, okay? So that's the couching, dual feed couching. Oh, let's go back because that was it kind of went pretty fast. So you got the dual feed couching, the couching with 40 patterns, the auto split sashing, and then the app for the baby monitor app.
The baby monitor. On 5. Isn't that cool?
Love it. That is so cool. So that's it while sewing.
Yep.
I feel like.
And look at that. Right at the end. Perfect placement. On 5.
The baby
there's
monitor.
The monitor. Yep, there's the monitor. That's exactly where you're at. On 5.
So that's Premium Pack 1, and that was showing it with the hoop.
Right.
The 10 5/8 square hoop and the so that you get physical items with this one.
Correct.
Okay. So let's go back and I'll share my screen for the other one. The Premium Pack 2. So that one makes it the XP2. Oops, I gotta go to the beginning. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, we were too busy dancing. That's the hexagon shapes that we were just talking about. And I know you're a musician.
You distracted me. You distracted me.
Oh, and look, here's this is the magnetic sash frame is optional.
Right.
But you do get the My Design Snap app. So that's the features of the Stellaire, right? Where you can take a picture of a line drawing and bring it into My Design Center.
Exactly. Or if you have a picture, you want to stitch out. So you're at a friend's and they've got refrigerator art and you want to stitch it out for them as a gift, you take a picture of it and then you can send your picture to your machine wirelessly and stitch it.
And I would think, I mean, maybe your phone might have an even better DPI camera than what comes in the machine.
True. Yeah, true. And yeah, depending on some of the new phones are just incredible with their image. And it might be, if you're looking for real precise detail, like you're snapping a picture of wallpaper or something, or a carpet or a brick wall or something. Not that I've ever done that.
That's cool.
I have. I'm like, hey, then make a cool pattern. Bring it wirelessly to your machine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the 2-color quilt sash. So it's like the options with the 2 colors, the Endpoint sewing, and you get the stickers in the kit. And it showed 4 sheets, and I think there's like over 200 stickers per sheets. And so I did the math. And I came up with that's over 900 stickers that comes with it. More
than you will ever use in your entire lifetime.
I know.
And the stickers are reusable. If you remember the snowman stickers, those things, they would stick almost forever. You only needed one for 2 months if you did a lot of embroidery. It's the same on the snowball. If they just stick and stick and stick.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep going. You ready for the fun music?
Do it.
And hit it. love you, Jerry. You're so good. Hexagon shapes. This is the triple stitch.
Yeah, there's the 2-color quilt sashing. See the 2 colors?
Nice.
Here's the magnetic sash frame. You just slide it right over. And you see it sliding? Do you see it sliding? You go back to that. I want to show that again.
Yeah.
So you just take off the magnets. You take off the magnets except for 2, and then you just slide your project right on down. So you don't have to remove a hoop. It still stays in the hoop.
So let's see how she did it, because I didn't do it
Sliding
right.
it right down.
Holding
She's sliding it right down. So now those magnets become the top magnets at the up at the top of your hoop.
Yeah. So with the Luminaire, you have to take the frame off of the machine.
Yeah, take it off. Yeah, with these,
with the multi-needle, I'll have to try it, but I'm told that you can do that with it on the multi-needle.
Yes. Yeah, it'll fit. Yeah, it'll work on the multi-needle as well.
Cool. Love that feature.
Yeah, me too.
Amazing. That is so cool.
Stop right at the... Now, if you notice, I do want to point out with the Snowball, you do have to line up the bottom with those thick, straight lines. You see those thick, straight lines coming out of the Snowball? Those are you're going to line those up horizontally with wherever your stopping point is. So that's the magic, is those thick lines coming out of the circle.
Yeah.
Those you put horizontally. But other than that, that's all you got to do is down.
Is that a projected line or a
That's a water line that they put. And again, if you look at the left-hand one, that is the one where if you just want it to finish and you don't care if it finishes the pattern or not, it just stopped right where the sticker is. On the right, it is set for, I want you to complete the pattern at the very end. So if you notice, all the patterns are complete.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh yeah. So that's the one. That's what makes it into a Stellaire.
Right. Kind of. That's the only feature that works on that app, though. So you don't get the other Stellaire features because.
Oh yeah.
The Stellaire.
Thank you. That's why I have you on the show. That's great. So you can send line images to the machine.
Yeah, and pictures that you've taken too. So
okay.
if
you
want to send it, you want to send it over to the machine, you can do that as well.
Okay. Oh, there it is. That's the screen.
Yep. There it is right there.
So these are the functions. There we go. So it is a little different from the Stellaire because you have a camera in the machine already and scanning feature, so you don't need the extra stuff that's with the Stellaire.
Exactly.
I see, and then send it to my design center and make it into an embroidery design.
Send it to the machine and off you go.
Okay, so just to recap, 50 additional patterns. This is upgrade 2. Premium pack 2 for the XP machines. 5 single color quilt sashing patterns, 6 decorative fills, smaller sizes of buttonhole designs and embroidery, key to music, and stitching, embroidering order of combined patterns. Can you explain that a little bit?
I'm sorry, I was reading my cell sheet here.
Sorry.
Make sure I'm not saying anything wrong. Which one did you have a question on?
The first one, the stitching, embroidering order of combined patterns.
Switching the order of combined patterns. Yes, you can switch the order of the patterns. So if you are, let's say if you have a leaf and a flower, and the flower is stitching out first, you can switch it so the leaf stitches out first. So
that's a big deal.
It is, yeah. That's a big one too. So you can change the order basically.
I'm gonna have to think of reasons when I would need to do that.
Well, that's really nice. If you wanted to, say you, again, using the flower and the leaf motif, if you wanted to skip the flower, you would put the leaf first and then just stitch out the flower.
Yes. Okay, cool. Oh, this is one thing we didn't talk about. The decorative fill and embroidery mode. That's a big deal.
Yes.
Show that on my screen.
That is a big deal. Yeah, you can now use instead of stippling, you can use all of your fill patterns now in embroidery. So.
Okay, let's see. So I'm going to show y'all that.
Your only option was stippling or echo, which is awesome. I mean, it's great. But again, brother decided to step it up just a bit.
Let me go ahead and remove the background from my
But that's, speaking of the background, that's a new feature too with Upgrade. You can now save your background.
Really?
Yes, you can save the background.
That's cool.
Yep, so you don't have to keep rescanning.
Let me just delete it. Oh, okay. Okay, so you go to embroidery. I can choose a design. So this is not, previously you would have to go to My Design Center to do all this. So
Correct.
Let's just look at the Disney characters for a minute because brother is exclusive.
There's some new ones in there too.
Really? Do you know which ones? Oh my gosh. So it's the same category, so they're in there. Okay. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that's cute.
And there goes Barbara down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I do that too. I love that one. I think that's so cute.
Oh my gosh. And then we can zoom up to 400%. We forgot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just go back out. And then if I go to edit now, I can now press the stippling button.
Yep.
Add all of the My
And
Design
look, looky. All the design. Woo! That's a big one to me. That's a biggie. Now all of your My Design Center fills are there, so you don't have to stitch it out and then go back to My Design Center. You can do it all from embroidery now.
Oh yeah, that's gonna save me so many steps because you had to like save the outline,
right?
The outline into My Design Center.
And then you had to scan it into My Design Center and then pick a fill. You can from embroidery now. That's a big one to me. If any of you Luminaire owners, raise your hand. I mean, just don't you love it? All of your fill patterns are available in embroidery. To me, that's worth the upgrade alone. The price of the upgrade alone.
Oh, I'm telling you. So you don't necessarily have to have upgrade 1 to do upgrade 2, right? You can just pick one.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
To get all of the features of the XP2, there's 2 upgrades from there.
Yeah. I mean, you do want one because you want that hoop. You want that extra hoop. You really do.
Yeah. I always, look at that, Jerry.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool?
They have little holes for you to put your rhinestones in.
Exactly. That's the first thing I thought of. Oh, look at places for crystals. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. And then here's the echo quilting.
Yeah.
Which that was in the XP1, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's in the XP1.
I like really wide echo stitching because if you put it on batting, it has a really cool texture.
And look how easy that was. You touched one button and it automatically recomputed the size for you.
Yeah, and if I want it to be a quilt square, I just choose my square hoop and then it'll show me what it will look like as 10.
I mean, that's right there where you're at. That is probably the most powerful screen in embroidery to me, because again, you can change your hoop. You can get your stippling in there. You can My Design Center fills right there. That whole area right there is probably the most powerful area of embroidery.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so that is the easy decorative fill, stitching, and embroidery mode. So there's also there's so many things, Jerry.
Well, there's another thing. Well, we talked about the 400 magnification. This one, extracting an inner outline of an embroidery motif to add decorative stitching in My Design. So one thing that people found frustrating is if they had a design that had some open areas in the middle, it wouldn't stitch in there. You know what I'm saying? You had to go back in. You had to physically draw in a border around the inner part of that design and then fill it. Now it will automatically extract. It will automatically fill in there for you. It will create outlines inside for you if you want.
That's great.
You can leave it open like you've always had it, or you can click on a button, literally one touch, and it will fill in all those inner empty spaces. That's a big one too, I think.
I can demonstrate it if you want me to, but that's really cool.
Yeah, it's up to you.
It's up to y'all. I mean, I'm I'll put my pajamas on. We'll just go. We'll just have a camp out.
It's gonna be 4 hours. Wait a minute, I don't know about that.
So that's really cool. Oh, April's watching from Australia. She says she hopes it comes to Australia soon.
Oh, I would love to come teach there. Hi, April.
Yeah. So this is a unique question. Can you crop out the Mickey Mouse head? I guess maybe like edit out part of the design. I think you would have to have software for that. Like
yeah, that's a software. Yeah, that's a software thing.
Which right now, oh my gosh, should I unleash the bundle?
Oh gosh.
Because for a limited time, it comes with the well, no, the XP2 itself comes with the software.
Right.
Limited time. So if you go to our Luminaire XP2 page, you will see the bundle. It comes with Angela in the box, PE Design 11, $7,200 worth of extras on the XP2.
That's amazing. That's
awesome.
Did you say Angela's in the box too?
She is in the box. Did you know that?
Yeah. Angela Wolf comes with she will personally guide you through, somebody will say, wait a minute, he said Angela was in the box.
I told her, I was like, we should do a clip where you're like, actually, because she could probably fit inside the Luminaire box and like pop out like it's a cake or something. Yeah. Okay, so you ready for the music again?
Do it.
Okay. Extracting. Okay, so we went through all these features. I love you. Oh, that's good. Brother at your side. Thank you, brother, for making amazing products.
Again, just when we think they can't top themselves, they do.
Yeah. So there's a new some new accessories that we want to talk about that if they're going ahead and getting the upgrade, they might want to get the accessories too. Or if they get the XP2, they can get some unique accessories.
Well, we talked about the magnetic sashing hoop. That one you have to have. That's a must. But now there is also there is a magnifying glass set now. And there is not, and what do I mean by set? There isn't just one, there are two. So you can do 1.4 times magnification. If you use 2, it's 1.7, so that you can place this on your machine and you can see, I don't know if you can see my eye in there. Ooh. This will, hey, I'll do whatever I have to do. This will magnify down to your needle. So if you are working on something very fine, or again, you just want completely accurate placement, this is the thing for you. And all it does is there's that little pin that just sits right into one of the holes on the top of your machine, and it just sits there. If you don't want to use it, this thing turns out of the way. So you keep this on your machine at all times, or you can bring it down and use 1 or 2 magnifying glasses.
Mary Lou.
I work on a lot of small projects. I work on a lot of miniature quilts, and I tell you, the magnifying glass was awesome to use because I can get right in there and I can see exactly.
Oh my gosh, so I love the accessory box that comes with the XP2 Luminaire, but there's a little foot in there for micro stippling. It's pretty cool. If I didn't take it off and put it somewhere else. I love this little foot. You know this one? Do you use this one?
That's right. Yep. That's awesome. It's good for darning too. If you darn at all, it's great for that. Because it keeps everything right there and nice and compact.
Yeah. So that's a cool foot that just comes with the 2 Luminaires.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are we missing anything?
I know. I'm trying to look on my.
I think we've covered it.
We've covered it all. Yeah, I think so.
It took an hour and 30 minutes just to talk about all of the extras between the 1 and the 2.
When people say, should I really get the upgrade? Well, it took us an hour and what was it again? Where are we at? An hour and
35
It's
minutes.
an hour and 35 minutes to talk about all the new features. So yes, it is worth it, in my opinion.
Deborah, we can take care of you for that. I believe the magnifying glass is available now. Most of these items, you can go ahead and pre-order them now because we just placed our order with Brother. So just contact the store and let them know that you want to go ahead and get in line for that. And some items are coming out on September 1st.
Right.
But, there is one thing that we need to talk about. If they purchase the upgrade 2, it will be shipped to them, but the activation code will not work until a certain date, correct?
August 17th. Correct.
Oh, well, that's just right around the corner.
Yeah, just right. Yeah.
That's in like a week and 2 days. So that'll be like by the time it ships to us. So no worries.
Your anticipation will be worked up so much.
Yeah.
You'll be excited to get it going.
So that's good to know. So if you're not in Louisiana or Texas, where allbrands.com is located, just go to Brother's website and look up your closest dealer, because these are dealer-only products that we're talking about. We would love to earn your business, but we aren't allowed to sell outside of Louisiana or Texas if you're shopping at allbrands.com. So,
and
but yeah,
you know what I learned? A relationship with your dealer, they're very important.
You know what I learned that's so cool that I didn't know? And correct me if I'm wrong. When we had the meeting where they unveiled all the products virtually this year, which is so great that we have a chance to like show the world immediately as soon as they come out. I think that this should be the new thing, because
I tell you, this technology is going to be the wave of the future, because now dealers don't have to go to test drive and take their own personal videos.
Stand in line to see the machine.
Release it right away. And I mean, I don't know if you want to talk. I'm just going to tease people. There are new. There's a new 10 needle that's available. The 1050.
Yeah. And I'm going to be on with Colleen tomorrow at 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern.
See, I know how this works. I can lead you into all of it. There's new scan and cut features. There's a new fabric mat for scan and cut. So if you are using a scan and cut and you didn't want to put that extra mat on top of your mat, it automatically has a fabric mat now, so you don't have to use the fabric support sheet.
Yeah, we talked about that with Cindy today. She's awesome.
There you go.
There's so many new things.
How much? I know.
It takes us 4 hours to go through everything, over 4 hours. So I'm so glad that we're able to do this. But you know what I learned about Brother? And tell me if I'm wrong, but they are very supportive of family-owned businesses and the dealer network. Did they say that they're also a family-owned business? They
are. Their Brother is a family-owned business. The same family that started it is the family that still owns it. So it's really good for 150 people.
Nagoya, Japan?
It's Nagoya. Yeah.
Thank you, Brother.
Family-owned business. So I love that.
Brother, sister, mom, dad, it's all family.
Brother, sister, uncle, aunt, you name it, they're all there.
So you're supporting a family-owned business at Allbrands and a family-owned business in Brother. And I do believe, being the second generation of Allbrands.com, my parents started the business in 1976. I believe that family-owned businesses, they take it personally, and they're very passionate about what they do. And it's the family that's representing the company. They're going to work extra hard to be good representatives of the brand.
Absolutely true. And I lived in Florida. I owned a business for 10 years in another industry, and it was personal. It was, I worked very hard and long hours to make sure that our customers are taken care of. And I know that Allbrands does that as well. I've worked with them many times. They're an awesome, awesome team.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the Houston International Quilt Festival was canceled this year.
I know.
But we're trying to think of something that we can do to give these amazing deals that we do every year at the Houston Quilt Festival to our customers. So if you think of anything, put a bug in my ear because I'd love to get with you again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. Do like virtual Houston.
Yeah. So we were asking, we get questions about prices. So if the price is not listed on our website, that means it's retail only. So you have to contact your dealer to get their price on that item. And I can tell you this, if you're interested in a new machine, Brother has financing, 60 months, 0% financing starting like in a week or two. I think it's the 14th, but don't quote me on that, but it's coming up. So that's going to be
60 months, 0% interest. Think about that.
Yeah.
Now it's time.
So if you are interested in the XP2, let me share my screen and I'll show you the bundle pack that's going to come with that machine for a limited time. Let me find that page real quick. Oh, here's allbrands.com. That's the lens. Let me find that screen.
Yes, and that also works on the Stellaire and the Dream Machine.
Yes.
Those of you that have a Dream Machine, the Stellaire, it works on the magnifying glass, works on your machine as well.
Yeah. So this is the Hoopnetic 7x14 that we talked about. This is the, let's see. Oh, you can't see my screen, but I can see my screen. I have to share. Sorry.
My screen looks good.
This is the new XP2 Luminaire. So contact your dealer for what they're offering, but this is what Allbrands is offering on that. And for a limited time, I'll just show you this part of the screen. Let me, you know, oh my gosh, I'm looking at my screen and you can't see it. Please tell me I'm crazy. But let me just share my whole screen. I'm telling you, I'm not good at technology. But
no, you're doing awesome. You're doing awesome.
These programs are tricky sometimes. Let's see. XP2. Here we go. Is that it? Can you see that? Okay, so this is on allbrands.com website, which we hope that you shop on our website for all of your sewing, quilting, and embroidery needs. But this is like the items that are included. Let me just show you this. So do you see the XP2 bundle here?
Down at the lower, lower right. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, we just put that up, so I'm going to have to change that. But if you buy the XP2 for a limited time, you get the bag set, PE Design 11 software. So that allows for wireless transfer and updates to the machine, right?
Yes.
Designs.
Yep.
The Brother, like you said, I hope it's Brother Thread, the Brother Thread kit, because they make
I recognize the box.
And then an Angela Wolf Masterclass comes in the box with the machine. So it's like a, I think you go to her portal that she has her sewing classes on, and it's like a 15 chapter tutorial of all of the, so you don't have to necessarily save this video, which we hope you would, and refer to it after you purchase your machine. But you get more instruction from Angela Wolf.
That's awesome. She's a walking encyclopedia of sewing.
I learned that yesterday, actually.
She is.
Yes.
Designs are beautiful.
Yeah. So they call there's just so much in my head right now. I need to sleep on it.
I know. I know. We first learned about it, and the educators learn some of this stuff first because we have to know it and we have to work with it and create samples for it. And we learned about this in April, and we're all just going, "Wow, this stuff!" I mean, it's all wonderful, but it's amazing how much you get. Just amazing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'll include the links. Actually, they're in the description of this video. So we'll include that. So what is for 2021? Because I can't believe it's almost here, and these are the 2021 lineup, even though they're available now.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, on all of this excitement?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. Everything that's come out is really awesome. I wish we could have done this in person, so everybody could get their hands on it and play with it and touch it, because there's so many exciting things. And once you sit down and start playing with all of these new features in the upgrade, you're gonna go crazy. You're just gonna be like, oh, this is so wonderful. Why hasn't it always been out?
And you have the XP1 with the upgrades, so it's basically the XP2. I have the XP1, but it was a seminar machine, so it didn't have any upgrades on it. So I got to see the full scope of XP1 with no upgrades on it all the way up to the XP2 and compare it side by side, and it's amazing.
It's amazing the difference. But, you know, again, that's why I said one of the things I love about Brothers, they don't make you buy a new machine. If you're in the market for a machine and you want the XP2 with all the upgrades in it already, it's there for you. But if you're an XP1 owner, you don't have to sit back and go, well, wait a minute, what about us? You can get the upgrade. You don't have to buy a new machine. And that's what I have on my machine. It works fabulous. It's just, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something for everybody.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out to Morgan and Callie, who are commenting from Allbrands, are up after hours with us, responding to questions. So thank you so much. I love everyone that I work with at Allbrands. I think that we're such a fun group of folks, and it just makes it so much better when we get to connect with our customers and watchers and subscribers.
Well, and I will say this, you really do know a dealership when and who they really are when times get tough. And at Houston, it can be very stressful. There's so much that you guys have to do to prepare for it. And I tell you,
I lose 20 pounds every time I go to Houston.
So when festival comes, you guys are just having a ball. There's no stress. I know it may seem like there is, but there isn't. It's just so relaxing, and that allows us to have a lot of fun. So Allbrands is awesome with that. And I'll give you a shout out. You are so organized when it comes to that. It's incredible. So, you know, this dealership is amazing.
Thank you, Jerry. Oh my gosh. And thank you everyone for watching. It looks like I'm watching how many people are watching. Everybody's been watching this whole time. We haven't had any drop off rate, which is great.
That's awesome. So Marsha's saying hello. Hi, Marsha. Hi.
Thank you, Karen, for watching. And I'm going to check the comments for who was the winner, but we're going to have we're going to take care of you, so don't worry about that. I'll hop on that right after the video.
Awesome.
Because we want to be fair and everything. Oh, look, Marilyn. Oops. Thanks, April, for watching. We love you back, and we love you too, Cindy. And Marilyn says she loves her Brother machines, and now she's tempted with the new features.
Do it. Just
it's worth it. Oh my gosh.
Don't think about it. Do it.
Yeah. So I'm definitely, since I have the XP1, I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade it. And thanks Wolfpack for watching too. We really appreciate
Wolfpack, yes.
And I'm excited for Houston Cool Festival 2021.
Me too.
And there will be even more stuff. But if y'all think of any way that we can have something really cool to offer our amazing deals, that would be great. So, okay, I guess I need to eat dinner now. How about you? Oh, you're in California. So what time is it over there?
Are you kidding? That's all I've been doing is eating for the past 3 weeks. Oh my gosh. Horrible.
I haven't eaten in the past day because I've been busy putting all these products on our website.
I'm telling you, through this whole thing, I'm like, oh, I'm going to lose some weight, and I'm going to. No, I'm just eating away from my refrigerator. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can always look at the good situation, look at the good things, and be grateful, even
Right.
in a bad situation. But
Yeah.
we're going to get through this, and we're going to be stronger than before.
We'll come out on the other end. Absolutely.
Yeah. And congratulations for having the longest live that I've ever done, Jerry. It's
really?
Yes. And
good or bad? I don't know.
So captivating the whole time. You are an amazing instructor, and I just love working with you, and I'm looking forward to working with you again in the future.
Absolutely. Just say the word.
The word. It's going to happen.
The word. Brother is the word.
Yes. All right.
Well, it was so much fun. I had such a great time. I hope you all did too. There's amazing features available with Brother. If you've never had a Brother, it's a wonderful company to own their machines. And personally, it's a wonderful company to work for. I've had a blast working with them. They're awesome and supportive, and they really listen to their customers. I love working with Allbrands. I love you guys. So anything you need, just let me know. And I'll just let you take it out.
Okay. Thank you, Carrie, for watching. And we're going to do a scan and cut video together at the end of the month. So I'm so excited about that. Okay. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Have fun. Be creative. Do amazing things. We love you. Bye.